Hello, my friends. We are back with a guide through A Course in Miracles, specifically with the workbook. And we're in lesson 24. We have made quite a bit of progress here, 24 days in, and things are getting exciting now. At least that's the way I felt. Things were starting to click for me. Right when I got in the teens, that when we were explaining why I have no neutral thoughts, why I see no neutral things, and that being determined to see, lesson 20 and lesson 21. If you recall, lesson 23 was I can escape the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. What an important lesson. To me, that's one of the most practical, and it's 23 lessons in, and we're giving what seemed to me the key to peace, the key to the kingdom, that I can escape the world and all of its pettiness, all of its horrors, all of its crime, all of its warfare, all of the things that upset my peace of mind. I can escape that by giving up my own attack thoughts. Seems a little far off, doesn't it? A little outlandish even. What do my attack thoughts have to do with the conditions of the world? Everything. And we're going to continue in that vein for another 300 plus lessons. As I mentioned quite often now, that the course is holographic. One little lesson, one paragraph, one sentence, and very often one little phrase or word contains the entirety of the course. You get one thing, you get it all. Lesson 24. I do not perceive my own best interest. We probably heard similar things when we were kids, from our parents, from our school teachers, that we did not perceive our own best interest, so we had to listen to the rules laid down by our parents, by our teachers, by whoever. Not much has changed. We may have outgrown the household laws that our parents laid down for us, but we still don't perceive our own best interest, and we proceed through life believing that we do. Lesson 24. I do not perceive my own best interest. In no situation that arises do you realize the outcome that would make you happy. Therefore, you have no guide to appropriate action and no way of judging the results. What you do is determined by your perception of the situation. And your perception is wrong, by the way. And that perception is wrong. I gave away the hint too soon, didn't I? It is inevitable, then, that you will not serve your own best interest. Yet, they are your only goal in any situation, which is correctly perceived. Otherwise, you will not recognize what they are. If you realize that you do not perceive your own best interests, you could be taught what they are. But in the presence of your conviction that you do know what they are, you cannot learn. It is then parable of a closed mind. Remember the teacup? The Zen professor wanted to tell the Zen master how much he knew about Zen. The Zen master offered him a cup of tea. He kept filling the empty cup, filled it and filled it and filled it until tea overflowed. And the professor of Zen got upset and said, "What are you doing? Can't you see that my cup is empty? Or I'm sorry, that my cup is full?" And the Zen master said, "Yes. And just like the cup, your mind is full of all the things that it thinks it knows and has no room to learn Zen." I don't know the outcome of that parable. Perhaps the Zen master got the lesson, or the Zen professor, perhaps he didn't. The idea for today is a step towards opening your mind so that learning can begin. The exercises for today requires much more honesty than you are accustomed to. A few subjects honestly and carefully considered in each of the 5 practice periods, which should be undertaken today, will be more helpful than a more cursory examination of a larger number. 2 minutes are suggested for each of the mind-searching periods, which the exercises involve. The practice period should begin with repeating today's idea. followed by searching the mind with closed eyes for unresolved situations about which you are currently concerned. The emphasis should be on uncovering the outcome you want. You will quickly realize that you have a number of goals in mind as part of the desired outcome, and also that these goals are on different levels and often conflict. In applying the idea for today, name each situation that occurs to you, and then enumerate carefully as many goals as possible that you should like to be met in this resolution. The forms of each application should be roughly as follows. In the situation involving whatever that situation might be or person, I would like this to happen and this to happen. Name as many as you can. Try to cover as many different kinds of outcomes as may honestly occur to you, even if some of them do not appear to be directly related to the situation or even to be inherent in it at all. If these exercises are done properly, you will quickly recognize that you are making a large number of demands on the situation which have nothing to do with it. You will also recognize that many of your goals are contradictory and that you have no unified outcome in mind, and that you must experience disappointment in connection with some of your goals, however the situation turns out. After covering a list of as many hoped-for goals as possible, for each unresolved situation that crosses your mind, say to yourself, I do not perceive my own best interest in this situation, and go on to the next. That is lesson 24. I do not perceive my own best interest. But you will. Trust me. I love you.